Shinobi Unfolding.
In 3, 2, 1, konnichiwa, mi gente. Welcome to another episode of the Shinobi Unfolding. I'm your boy Jay Aguila, and I'm not alone. Yes, there's 3 of us, but these are 2 individuals that I love and respect for. On my bottom, we have the senpai, since going in strong since season 3. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. I'm hanging out, having a good day. It's Friday. No, it's Thursday, man. I don't know what day it is. It's a good day, though. It's a good day. Can't complain, man.
And on my left, you know who it is. It's the 6th man of the year, going in strong week after week, is our boy David. How you doing, David?
Good. I'm excited to talk anime with my boys.
Hey, a lot of respect. And you guys know what we're here. We're here to talk about something so amazing that God bless all the nerds around the world. We're here to talk about anime. Wow. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Nice. I was like waiting after the last episode. I was listening, just like, oh, we're getting kind of better at that. I'm like, I can't let this not happen.
Facts. And guys, you know where to find us. You know, you just only have to do is Google, Bing us. We're in all social media platform as well as the podcast apps. All you have to do is type in the word The Shinobi Unfolding and you're going to find us. You know what I'm saying? I could give you a list, but it's best that you guys do the work yourself. Why are you chuckling, man?
Yo, because I've been listening to you guys, man, since the beginning of season 3. And man, every time you say to search for it, yo, you always say Bing. You ain't never not said Bing. And I'm like, why does man keep saying Bing? Yo, nobody uses Bing. Every time I hear you say, I'm always laughing, man. I'm like at work by myself, listening to the podcast while I'm delivering stuff, and just like, you know, you could Google us, you could Bing. I'm like, why is this man?
Bing is still out there, man. Bing is still useful. Like,
yo, they need to start paying you, yo. You're like the #1 supporter, man. They got to start. Where's Bing at?
Yo, where they at, man? Microsoft, talk to me, boy. I got y'all, man. I got y'all.
I'm gonna throw that out to me. Like, this man talks about you all the time. Support this man. Give him your sponsorship. Let's go.
I'm waiting for him to drop the Ask Jeeves one.
Nah, man. Jeeves, Ask Jeeves has been gone. But if it was still around, trust me, I will in a heartbeat. But guys, it's been a week since we made that list. And before we really talk a little bit about the list, because Scott, I know you have a lot of questions and probably want to wonder why we put him there, she there, what's what. But let's quickly talk about a little bit of anime, right? I'm going to open the door for David to step in. Your spotlight. Matter of fact, let me see if I could give you that speaker view for a second, right? And right there, man, throw in your 1-2s on some anime or new animes that we missed out on talking about maybe 2 weeks ago or 2 episodes ago.
All right. Well, the first one that I just didn't bring it up because I kind of wanted to play it out and see how it was going to develop. But it's called When They Cry. I actually told Scott about it before, but it was kind of a mystery whether it was like a reboot or if it was like another iteration, like a different view, because it's like a light novel, like visual novel type game thing. So there's like a bunch of different scenarios that can play out, and you kind of, I guess, have to have a taste for the horror mystery genre. I guess some people it's just not their thing, but I personally like dark, twisted anime, hence why Berserk is like my favorite of all time. But yeah, it's the one thing that kind of had me questioning at first was the animation kind of took a turn. It kind of looks like more kiddie and innocent, but I guess they went that direction just to make when the shit does hit the fan and it gets real and people start murdering each other, it's like, whoa, like this super nice, innocent looking person is capable of, you know, doing something this gruesome and brutal. Like, I guess maybe that's why they took that animation direction. So maybe it had some sort of like, you know, forethought to it.
But kind of like Made in Abyss type style, man, because that was like kind of really kiddie-ish drawn.
Yeah, I would say
but it was like pretty serious stuff, man.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's kind of like that. I mean, most of the main characters are high school age. There's a couple like younger kids in there, like 7-8-year-olds. But like it's not like little kiddies running around and then murdering each other, and you're like, oh, it's children. But the first episode gives you a little taste of what's to come, and then it's kind of like, I don't want to say slice of life, but it's just them kind of building up the story, the scenario. But then once you hit episode 4, like if what goes down in episode 4 doesn't make you buy in, then you're not going to buy in. But like, holy shit, like it gets insane by episode 4.
Yeah, I'm watching this trailer as you're explaining this to me.
Yeah,
but
do you see what I'm talking about with the animation style? How
it definitely look a little bit like child's like, like Enter the Abyss. What's the other one?
Older too, which is interesting.
Die, The Adventure of Die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I said it wrong, if I did, sue me. But it's like it definitely had that like innocent type of art style. But once I saw like the dude with the camera and the girl with like the machete, I was like, oh man, this about to get serious.
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil too much because like
spill your tea, man. Spill your tea.
There is like this overarching like reason why things are the way they are, but like the story it doesn't start at an exact set point, but it'll start at right around a certain place, and then it works up to this one particular date where like all sorts of crazy stuff. It's not necessarily the same thing that happens on this date. But like obviously a bunch of murders happen on this date, and like pretty much like everybody gets killed, and then all of a sudden the next episode they'll pretty much be back at square one, and then they'll go through those series of days again going up to that event, but things will play out differently.
So is it like the that horror / comedy movie Death Date that like it's cycle? Time repeats itself until the main character figure out who was the killer and stop that person. Is it just like that? Okay.
Yeah, it kind of gets to be like that. Yeah, I don't want to say who the main focal point character is that's responsible, or like who's like there is a character where this person is.
He's trying so hard not to ruin it.
But this person is the reason why this keeps happening, and they're the focal point of why these events keep going over and over again. But the ultimate goal, yes, is for kind of to get that happy ending, and things will keep repeating. But yeah, it's definitely, you have to pay attention, because sometimes the smaller details that you think are kind of meaningless actually turn out to be a piece of the puzzle that like you get to that moment. It's like, oh, that's why that happened. And like, so you kind of have to pay attention. Like I would say, it's not something you can just turn your mind off and watch. Like it does kind of involve a little attentiveness to kind of figure out what's going on, because otherwise you'd be like, what's going on? Didn't this happen? Like why are we here again? Like why are we at this festival again? Didn't this festival happen like 2 episodes ago? Like you kind of have to pay attention. But like
sounds very ReZero-ish.
Yeah, it is.
Sounds very ReZero-ish.
I mean, people are getting killed over and over again in different ways, gruesome ways. So
sounds exactly like ReZero. That anime is great.
And what's the other one that you had to present to the people? Let me switch.
I would say
Akadama Drive. Was that
one? Well, I talked about that one, but like another new one that I mentioned was the Talentless Nana. Again,
one more time.
It's called Talentless Nana. The girl's name is Nana.
Oh, okay.
But just think about it in context, though, about how funny that name is, though.
All right. So what's the synopsis on that one?
I only watched the first episode and just last night, actually, because when I watched it and then I got to the ending, I was like, whoa, I'm going to stop here. Because what? I want to try and watch this with everybody else so they can enjoy the experience with me, because like, you think it's going one direction. Like, it's almost like a My Hero Academia kind of saying, like, you got these people with powers and they're at this school and they're trying to fight against this mysterious villain against humanity.
Yep.
And so they're all together. Another thing I kind of thought, because they're like the creme de la creme of like all the students, like they're all, I'm so great or whatever. Like I was born to be a leader. So I know Scott's watched Classroom of the Elite, but it kind of gave me a Classroom of the Elite vibe as well. And all that. And so all that's kind of going down. And then at the end, something happens, and you're like like
cliffhanger. Oh shit!
No, it's not a cliffhanger. Just like it's like, nope, that's not what's going on. It's about this, and this is actually the case, and it just gets completely flipped on its head, and it's amazing. And I just from the, like I said, I didn't go further because I kind of want to be able to enjoy it watching. It's probably just going to end up being me and Scott tonight anyways, but like
one more time,
the direction it's going to go is be amazing. I think it's called Talentless Nana.
Talentless.
It's on Funimation.
Yep.
Nana.
Very interesting.
Oh, I'm hoping you guys definitely hype up the group chat on it because it seems it has potential to go.
I will say this much, that maybe it will spoil it, but the people who you thought were going to be the hunters are actually going to be the hunted.
All right, you have my attention.
It definitely has that hunt movie vibe then, because you know how the movie was focused about these big group of people get like small time group of people and they hunt those small type of group of people, like actually kill them in the movie. It's a little bit comedy, but a little bit like, you know, action in a sense, you know, with the suspense. So it got my attention. It's just a new one. It just started this fall season by any chance?
Yeah, this is new.
It's like 4 episodes out right now.
Oh,
yeah.
Beautiful.
Funimation. Yeah, it's mad early.
Beautiful.
So that's looking pretty good.
And like the other one I said, it's been out for a while. I prefer the animation style of the older one, but it seems like it's heading in the right direction. It looks very similar. It feels similar to the last one, which I love. So I think if you, like I said, you hit episode 4 and you buy in, you're probably gonna stick with it for the long haul.
Fair enough. Now, talking about 4 episode, I think Scott is gonna be a little bit proud of me on the anime side of my life. Not much of the manga and the manhwa, but in the anime side,
sorry.
I did give that rock climbing anime a chance, and I did watch all 4 episodes. All I gotta say is well done, well delivered. It's very entertaining. I like that they're focusing with 4 characters. They introduced the big 3 of, I think, of the region, or
the females,
of the female, which was pretty dope. You know, you definitely know, like, it's not really much about the protagonist or antagonist. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's you and the Rock. You know what I'm saying? The one person I could definitely connect with the most is this one character. Her name is, they call her Jun Chan.
Yeah, the girl who puts the test on her in the beginning. Yeah, she's serious, man.
I have nothing but respect for her.
Hell yeah, dude.
She's not the main focus, but I can't wait to see more of her character development. I can't wait to see how far she's willing to push herself. If she becomes the future captain, it's just like the anime. Again, the anime is all about rock climbing, right? And this one gamer girl decided that, you know, she's in the new school, so she has to join the club. And accidentally, she found the area where they train for rock climbing. And next thing you know, Jun Chung, you know, be like, "Are you interested? Touch it, give it a try." And next thing you know, this girl, I think her name is Kononomi or something like that.
Be real, the names are like super not memorable to remember.
I feel like it's like
100% real with you.
And this girl, her specialist is like analyze things. You know what I'm saying? She observed the area and then she quickly figured out, oh, if I do this, and this, I could get, you know, through this route. I could clear the route, eat fast. And it was,
yeah, dude, it's so sick.
Oh my God.
I'm so happy you're watching it, man. That makes me happy. Like, Dave, I hope you're able to check it out. Cause like, honestly, it was like, it reminded me of like how heavy the dumbbells you lift. It's like along the same line as that. It's like fun to watch. And it's like simple, easy going, but like they're using like real things that if you were probably you know, a professional rock climber or you like to rock climb a lot at like indoor rock climbing gym, like you'd probably know these things. These are like not common knowledge things, but things that if you've been doing it a while, you'd probably pick up and or know. So it's like really cool and fun fact for that stuff.
And the crazy part about it too is like I don't look like it, but like a few years ago, I was really into rock climbing before this anime
I'm so
came
jelly.
out. I was like, you know, there's a spot, I think it's called Rock Climb here in Rhode Island. And
in Lincoln.
I went to all 3 areas. Lincoln, Boston, Yeah, in Boston, and also in the one on the like South Kingston near URI.
I just found out there's one in Warwick. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I learned that just now.
Okay. Yeah, right I found that out like a month ago, dude. And apparently it's been there for like ever. I didn't even know that. I was like, what? Yep. I was like, yeah, man, it's been there forever. I was like,
so I've been to like 3 maybe of the 5 areas because they probably expanded. And like watching that anime, I was like, man, I really know what they're reference about. You know what I'm saying? It is like a magical moment when it's just like you overcome your challenge, you overcome your fear falling, and you just like reach it to the limit. So yeah, this anime highly recommend. And also, Dave, to also follow up with Scott, dude, they also talk about like training. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, endurance. That 4th episode was serious, right?
I was like,
it was so serious, dude.
Core workout, doing your, your push up, you building up your endurance, the motivation of the team. Like, Dave, I feel like this is an anime that you'd be like, all right, I could rock with it. Personally, I think this one,
it's very CrossFit-ish.
Although you have to be careful with me because I'm very specialized in this area, and I actually told Scott after watching the dumbbell one, like I was like, actually, there's some misinformation in there that's actually not 100% correct. So I'm
I gotta correct you.
I am a Debbie Downer. If something is like in my field of expertise, I will look for that one thing. I'll be like, no, that's wrong. You're spreading misinformation. Get out of my house. I'm the teacher.
Well, I would love for you to give it a chance and see if there's any flaw within the
That's
show.
pretty cool, man.
I would love. Cool. I would like to challenge you on that one, on this one, if you can.
They spit like in that 4th episode when they're doing all the training and stuff, and they don't specifically say, "Hey, this is going to make you a better rock climber. This is going to help you with this muscle, this muscle." They're just like, "Hey, if you want to get a better core, just like make your muscles a little stronger, your grip stronger, like start doing these exercises. They might help." So they do like a lot of different things, like mostly obviously what Jay was saying, core workout stuff, like everything for balance and stamina. So like they do a lot of cardio too for like running. So
the one workout I wish they would present, and I seen this a lot when I was going to the rock climb area, is that, is the pull-ups. I have not seen one of them do much pull-ups to work on, the upper body area. Because I know that also help a lot too, especially if they have like the rock pieces for you to do like the finger pull-ups, you know what I'm saying, isolated, you know what I'm saying, and pulling yourself up. I wish they would have demonstrated that, but that's just like the one thing that was missing in my personal opinion. Everything else, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. You don't have to use weight. You just have to consistency, you know what I'm saying, reps and consistency and have fun. That's
why I don't rock climb. What? By the way, I got a weak back. That's why I can never play video games, man. Good, and I can't carry the team.
Hey, the girl was a gamer too, and she.
I want to know what game she played. By the way, I really want to know because like her strategic outlook, which makes her really important to like the anime, is that like because of her gaming like background and stuff, she's able to be a better rock climber to find like the specific path that's best suited and go with it. I'm just like, I want to know it because it's like almost feels like it's like Tetris like, but it's not. And I'm just like, what game were you playing? I want to know. I want to play this game.
She was a top gamer back when she was in junior high, and now
she won like nationals or whatever, man. She got like the trophies for it.
So now she'd be like, I gotta try. I'm in a new area. It's like I said, not to oversell it, but give it a chance, guys. I think it's worth a watch. Definitely worth
I love you,
watch.
Man. I'm so glad you checked it out. I'm so glad somebody did.
Because like honestly, besides that one, I also been watching the I Stand over a million.
Nice. I'm so happy watching that too, man. I was like skeptical about it myself.
I haven't watched the 4th episode. I'm still behind by 1. So currently I'm on 3, where he went to the girl bathroom and tried to stop the bullying when the girl was the bully. I was like, wait, what? I don't comprehend this. What's going on?
It was wild, honestly, man. He was just like, I'm gonna break this phone. It's like, I'm gonna break this other girl's phone. It's like, where's the other girl's phone? She didn't have it in her hand.
It's in the bag.
There it is. So, just like, and then she's like, no. And he's just like, I did it all. He's like, I'm the savior. No, you're not.
So it has a comic side, but as well as an anime, not to take like that serious, even though they saw the future. They saw the future. They know what's upcoming, but it's like the dude is the only one that's taking it serious. So I'm assuming you're not been rocking with it yet, Dave. Have you?
I have not gone to that one yet, but like
it's very isekai-ish.
Yeah.
Scott knows, like, if somebody brings it up, I'll get to it eventually because I always do my homies a solid and check out what they're checking out.
I mean,
that's why I appreciate you.
I mean, with this anime, I mean, like, the dude has the mindset of like Goblin Slayer, you know what I'm saying? But
he does, man. You're right. That's a good observation. I didn't even really think about that. Holy shit.
Yeah, like he has that mindset, but everything else is just goofy in a sense too. It's like you get a good laugh, you see some teamwork exercise, and it's like it's simple to follow, easy to digest. I feel like that's another anime that just came out in the fall that, you know, I also recommend for people to watch too. And I think my last one is, of course, I just did a review on it. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
My friend,
fire.
Anime is so good right now. That is definitely the watch anime right now for the season.
How excited that it's 24 episodes for this first season.
Really? 24? They're not doing it 12? That makes me really happy, man, dude, because I love, obviously, 12 episode animes because it's like, it's so fast, it's good and all that stuff, but I like that little extra commitment, man. If it's going to give me some little extra, and I feel like you can't do all this in 12 episodes, and then we'd have to wait for another season. If you're going to just do fucking 24 through and through, man, I'm about it.
I don't think that's too surprising because I think the manga is well over 100 chapters, correct?
Really?
18 volumes.
I think they might even be close to 200 chapters at the moment. I'm not 100% sure on that, but like,
if that's the equivalent of 18 volumes, then damn, I can't wait. I really can't wait because, again, Roland told me, be like, yo, the character is kind of OP. I'm like, he is, but he's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that's making it for me is like, he is not my main focus. It's the teacher, okay? That Kakashi looking like that dude has so many explanations to do because I want to know, one, how are you able to be that good against the Demon King himself? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I want to know how he's walking around with his eyes covered. Let's just be real about this real quick.
I want to know why he's
blindfolded and he's walking around. What's going on here?
I want to know why in the opening credit he like did this and a big explosion came out of nowhere, which is like one of the most viewable thing on Twitter right now. Is like people talking about that opening credit where he does this and like a whole side of the building just blows up.
I got it. He's an Itachi undercover. That's why you can't see his Sharingan's. Fireball no jutsu. Done. Continue.
Maybe.
Fireball no jutsu. Boom.
And Udi, my roommate, shout out to Udi. He was explaining to me that he's the type of teacher that lets the student go on these adventures alone and not be there so they could grow. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's that OP of a character that we're going to be witnessing throughout these 24 episode journey.
Is Udi reading the manga?
He usually like watch the commentary on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or listen to other people who are already read the manga. So he just like feed from that. And I told him don't tell me too much, but he told me, but yeah, like the teacher's he's legit OP. But
I do have a comment to make. I don't know who it was. I forgot who it was who was talking about the team of the three of them, how they kind of remind them of what Naruto. Was that what somebody said?
Oh, I mentioned that because Jay had brought it up.
Yeah, I did.
All right, I want to squash that theory on that, man, because they definitely don't look like Naruto. But hear me out, okay? Because I know it's not everybody's favorite anime. 100%, I think they look like Fairy Tail, Natsu Gray, and what's her name, man?
Elsa?
Oh God. No, not Elsa. The girl who has the keys, man. Lucy. Yes.
Lucy.
Blonde hair. The main character has pink hair.
It's like a dirty brown.
No, they both got blonde hair, man. Yo, and he's got pink hair. He's got pink hair, and your boy's wearing a scarf, just like Natsu does. All right, come on. The other guy looks angry like Gray all the time. Like he's doing this motion to make wolves. Like he's definitely Gray. He's making ice wolves. I'm just letting you guys know, man. That's my theory here.
But again, what's his name? Fushimego. I think that's his name. He also summoned the hawk, the toad, the wolves.
That's pretty crazy.
It's not only wolves. You know what I'm saying? He has like other
summons.
Exactly.
Gray does ice maker magic, man. He can make like hammers, like swords, and spears. He can make waves. He can make wall. Like it's the same thing. Man. Hey, I'm telling you, they do the same hand motion. Go back and look, man. Like the dude in Jujutsu Kaisen does like this to summon the wolves, and that's what Gray does to make ice maker magic, dude. Go and watch it. I'll tell you, it's nuts.
I mean, like, I'm not sure what came first again, Fairy Tail or Naruto, but I guess the three.
I think it was Naruto.
Naruto, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess
that's been strong, running real strong.
So the 3-man team, is like a formula that have been carried on from generation to generation. So I guess
that's fair. That's
agree
fair.
to disagree in a sense, but good observation on your point because I forgot about.
That's what I thought about. Well, because nobody likes Fairy Tail, man. It's just me. I'm just alone.
It's just.
Okay, then I love you too, man.
I enjoyed it.
We love you. You see, this is why the title of this episode is called The Three Amigos. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Well, here's the thing then, man, because I know, Dave, you're a manga reader. Mike turned me on to the 100-year quest, man, which happens after Fairy Tail. You should check it out. It's pretty cool, man. It's actually pretty dope. It doesn't come out very frequent, though, which makes me kind of sad.
Oh,
it's like a once a month manga, and like you kind of get like that in between of a month's worth, but not really. So kind of depressing at the same time.
So, just to recap with Jujutsu Kaisen, what's your thought with the final scene? Because that's really interesting to see that he was not able to switch back. Oh, and spoilers all over this comment, all right? This is a spoiler.
That's fine. Yeah, man, whatever. Remember what I was telling you guys, man? Sometimes you got to spoil stuff a little bit, man, for people to want to like get them in there, man. Because if you don't say anything, it's like, I don't want to check out. But if you spoil stuff a little bit, it's like, wait, what you talking about right there? What you talking about? So, man, I'm very curious to wonder why he can't switch back. It's not like, he did eat another finger, so he's got 3 fingers in him, but like that still doesn't mean anything.
Did he?
Remember, because he pulled it out of that guy's hole, like he had a finger with him.
I didn't saw the consuming part. They didn't show that clip unless if that's.
I'm just gonna assume he ate it though. Okay, like I don't see why he wouldn't at this, but like and to get stronger. But I don't think 3 fingers is gonna keep him at bay. I wonder why. Maybe it's probably like the next episode is gonna switch over where he's gonna try and go kill his friends, and as soon as he gets close enough to outside, he's like, oh good, now I don't have to find a way out. Yeah. He's just gonna switch back.
That's what I was thinking. Like he wanted to use him to get out of the sealed area or whatever.
One power that I'm kind of impressed with is the I forgot the technical term, but he was able to rebuild the hands again. That
regeneration.
Yeah,
it was fast, man.
I was like, and I like the comment he said, like, "Oops, I regenerated the other hand." Yeah. Like he was like, I wanted to not going to do it
over without a hand.
He was like, "I'm not going to do one side. I'm just going to do one hand just to show how OP I am." Oh, oops.
I don't remember who said it, like either the last episode you guys were filming or the one before that, but like somebody was like asking about the grandfather. I want to know what the deal with the grandfather is, man. Yeah. Yo, okay, I'm so glad it was you though, man. Like, grandpa just like straight up died. I'm quotation that died because I don't fucking believe that shit, yo. Like out of nowhere, nonchalantly died. He's just like, oh, take care of yourself
and help others.
We're just gonna fucking, that's how we're gonna go, Gramps? We're just gonna fucking nothing else, that's it. And he's just like, and he left them there for like a hot minute, and then he was just like, oh hey Grandpa.
What? Grandpa? Hello?
And that's it. And that's fucking it, man. Like this kid's super fucking strong. Where are his parents? First off, okay? Where are his parents? If they're dead, they don't even mention that shit, okay?
Nope,
but then Grandpa's taking care of him, and Grandpa's probably like one of those grandfathers too, who's just like, this kid will probably be doing something dumb, come out of nowhere, smash him in the top of his head. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, so Grandpa's strong too, probably.
Conspiracy, yes.
Yeah, like where is he? Like, I know he's not dead. I'm with you, Jay, man. Yo, 100%. Grandpa is not dead. There's something fishy going on.
He left that scene too quick. That's the one thing I just noted. I'm like, he left this too quick. It's not like an Uncle Ben. It's not Mufasa. It's not like any other anime characters we've seen. Is just like, all right, help others, take care of yourself, sleep, boom, done. So I don't think it's his bones. I don't think it's a bone that's in the jars. And
you were saying that. Yeah. You were saying that.
And I feel like he is like, so not to spoil much, but God of High School, you know how,
no, spoil that fucking lame shit. Sorry about that, man. Spoil that lame anime. Just spoil it. So
yeah,
forget that anime. I'm so mad with it.
So his grandfather is not really his grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like maybe that could be similar to the Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I'm saying? Like that grandfather is not really his grandfather. Maybe a guardian.
Do you care if I ruined that a little bit? Because like they're not even going to talk about this for like ever, man. Like it was probably like 100 chapters. Yeah, like that whole situation, man. Like I don't know if they talked about it in the anime. I didn't even watch the last few episodes. It was just so disgusting.
Jujutsu Kaisen?
No. God of High School. I was so disgusted with how they were handling it, man. So disgusted. I don't care. Oh, really? Oh, man, I love you then, man, because the manga was dope. was dope. It was absolutely dope, man.
It's JL, Juan, and Roland that, might be a little bit sad, but,
Guys, spoiler warning, man. If you're listening to this episode, I'm giving you like a heads up, man. Skip ahead at least 5 to 10 minutes because this is going to be a small little rant about what they missed, man, which was like crazy. By the way, like everybody usually keeps talking about episode 4 with that wedding situation. That 100% happens in the manga, dude, in the manhwa, because it's an important fact that Mai loses her sword because it comes back to her later when she like kind of awakens and fights the Fox Demon kid. Well, not the Fox Demon. There was somebody else that she had fought.
Yeah, they showed it during the anime series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm glad that they did that, man. Again, I cut myself up. And the fact that they stole away her prime moment when she was fighting the Nine-Tailed Fox, like she's supposed to beat him, by the way. Like it's not Jin Moreau. He doesn't turn into a freaking the monkey god, which doesn't even happen until they transfer to like this other world that he gets his stuff to become monkey god, man, which kills me. Like we just completely took that away from her. It was such a building block for her to like use her awakened power to get it. And like you find out, I think her borrowed power was like Bubu or something like that, or it was another famous Chinese general who was like her awakened power. So she gets like super strong and they just completely steal that away from her, and it makes me really sad. Also, where he learns like pressure point stuff from his grandfather's rival, which his grandfather was one who kicked this guy's arm off while he only has one fucking arm.
I picked that up when they were showing like they were just like talking about the grandfather and on who he defeated, and all I think there was like 5
6
of them.
sages.
There's 6 of them, but the god one, she's like slumber, and then the other 5 were in a room, and they're all looking at like missing arm or the scarf or something, like because he did that to them. That was
so nuts. Grandpa's dumb OP, by the way. Like obviously, dumb OP. Like you get to see him fight in the manhwa, man. That whole situation where they show the episode where everybody's like in the backdrop on the mountain,
descending.
But even before that, man, like within the backdrop, you get to see him fight some of those other like saints, I think they were called, man, or like holy guys or whatever. He ends up fighting a couple of men, and like you literally see him do not the triple kick, but there's that other kick Jin Moreau does, man, where it's like a tornado. You see him use it against Diwa, man.
The dragon one?
Literally blows a hole in a mountain, dude. Like One Punch Man status, like right through the freaking mountain. I'm like, guy, what? And we completely don't show any of that. Like you don't get the understanding of how strong like his grandfather is, man. But in that moment, you 100% do. It's like super nuts.
So it basically had like more of the Darwin game effect. You know what I'm saying? Because in Darwin games, there's a lot of information in the manga that's not on the anime. So
exactly. Yo, you are right. Yes, exactly that, dude.
Okay.
That pretty much tells me that they don't plan on sticking with it for the long run, and that was more or less just something to get attention to the manga.
Keep it hydrated, good shit. Yeah, man. No, I'm right there with you, man. No, yeah, man. It's like really because like they end up going to another world where like they go through a gate, and like over there, man, like its population is all like monkey people, and that's where he finds out like he was like originally like the monkey god. They even do like they go back, they do a time skip backwards, to go find out how his grandfather found him. Because like they found him, like he came from the other world, man. He was like encrusted in this giant jade egg. And like when his grandfather was part of the Korean army, part of this like super elite group of people, they found like this gate and like all the egg with him in it. And he just took him in. It was like, oh, this is my grandson. Like, that's it. Taught him renewal taekwondo, man, and everything. I was like, cool. I'm all right with that. Everything was good up until like way later on, man. Some weird stuff happens, and it's just we went from one thing and just like switched gears. It was just like Attack on Titan. I'm like, why did we do this? And I was like, I couldn't do it anymore.
So I think I could speak for everyone safely. Episode 4 kind of like ruined the rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Because first 3 was pretty up, and then 4 just like disrupted it, and then
6 was great. They did a great job with 6.
But I think it was either 5 or 6 where the ref that's blind, or the announcer who's blind, was talking to the girl, and he did the thing with the staff, and we thought we were going to see him go toe to toe with the dude with the fire. You know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, he's dead. Like, right?
He's not dead. He's not dead. He dies again. He comes back a little bit later, if I remember right.
Yes, man. Please tell me more. Like, go ahead.
He doesn't die. Like it was like yeah. Sorry. Well, yeah. Again, hopefully the other guys aren't watching it, man. Like he does like die, but like he comes back later on, man.
He does. Okay.
For, like a little thing, because he's actually like obviously being like one of the judges, man. He's like like actually like really, really, really strong. Like the only other swordsman I think is stronger than him is like one of the sage guys who has the multiple weapons and whatnot.
Oh, the
the hobo looking guy.
Yes, dude. His moment. Not to oversell it, I kind of enjoyed it because it was so interesting to see how music influenced him to use these type of summon of weapons, and once like he spit out or shoot whatever, the gate just like amplify it and made it much more powerful to go against the saint's god or whatever.
You have a rocket launcher, by the way? That's a weird question to ask. But like if I remember like vaguely like at some point I think reading the manga he pulled out a rocket. All right, no.
He had an Uzi. He was putting like ninja. He spit fire through the gate and it just amplified the it was just crazy. Like that moment, I really enjoyed that scene. And then after
down a little bit.
And then after that, it was just like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
It was just so much craziness going on. Like you didn't understand why it was happening. Pretty much. It was enjoyable, but it's like, why is this happening again? And then it's like, who cares? This is awesome to look at. Sometimes you just got to shut the brain up, don't ask questions, and just take it in for what it is.
And I think we have to take in is like God of High School, even though we say it's trash, you know what I'm saying, for the anime portion of it. But guys, it like Scott is really confirming it. You guys got to read the manga. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it a chance.
It was worth it.
More to be entertained and have a better understanding than, you know, watching it. Because like for us who watch it, like it was a Debbie Downer. It was just like,
I think if you never read it, you don't know anything about it, man, it's kind of okay. Yeah. As long as you're not like tearing it apart. If you're taking it for face value that, hey, action, cool. All right, I'll watch it. You're going to like it. But if that's not what you're looking for, man, and you're going in and you're going to be like, oh, this seems like weird. This kind of stupid, all that stuff. Like you're going to, like episode 4, it's kind of annoying that it took a whole episode for that whole situation. Could have been done in like the first 10, maybe 15 minutes of the anime episode, but they dragged it for like 22 minutes, man. Like, guys, we could have done this way faster.
And not to stick much with episode 4, but another thing that kind of like brought me down a bit, it was the fact that after the wedding, after they took the sword, you know, I think it's Dan's best friend passed away, and then he just go off, and then he whoop her ass right like nothing, with no remorse, nothing. He just whoop her ass and be like, "We're done," and then told Jin, "Is you and me now." And that fighting scene was even shorter than episode 4 of fighting scene. You know what I'm saying? It just, there was a lot of time skip that I was like, if you guys could have emphasized a little bit more in the detail like we do in Dragon Ball, you know what I'm saying? I would not complain too much. Maybe I won't.
No, those are really important fights too, honestly, man, for character development, especially for Diwa, man. So,
anywho,
it sucked.
I think
moving past that.
Yeah, moving past that. We went down that hole deeper than I expected, but it was fun. It was fun. Thank you for the insight.
Also too, man, you guys aren't giving Dragon Quest Dai a chance, man. I know it looks mad kitty, but it's interesting, man.
Why do you say you guys?
Okay. There were a couple people from last week's, not last week, but like other week's episode.
I'm waiting for it to like the season
finish before you do it.
Yeah,
that's fine. I definitely think you should probably give it another chance, man, because like it still falls under the, I don't know. I feel like kind of falls under like Saint Seiya's type of. It looks kind of kiddie-ish, but like. Okay, then never mind. I've never actually seen it all the way, but the way Juan explains it is that it's pretty freaking bloody. So, and I'm like, I feel like this is gonna fall the same way at some point, just not right now. Obviously.
So, Dave, you surprised me. You're still watching Adventure of Dai?
Yep.
And what's your insight so far?
It's all right. The only thing that I mean, they're kind of pumping up the Dark Lord, the Mao, and then
boy are they.
And then in this past episode, like he's like, yeah, I'm just an underling to the Grand Mao. Like he got killed by the great hero. He came back and he's like, you're a lot stronger than I remember. He's like, yeah, I'm a lot stronger because he's the Mao, and then he had the prefix Dai Mao, which is like Grand Mao, so the next level above him. And he's like, yeah, the Dai Mao brought me back, and now I have a stronger body. It's like, okay, so this Dark Lord wasn't really the big boss guy. There's another guy that's actually the big boss guy. So it was kind of disappointing that they hyped the guy up and then he's like, no, actually, I'm some other guy's underling. But I mean,
he's so super strong, man. He was super strong.
That's small potatoes and nitpicking to me, but I mean, that was just kind of an interesting route to take to build some guy up and then downplay him immediately in episode 4. But I mean, I was surprised when he showed up that early too, considering that he was
it like kind of really threw me through the loop, man. I hope next week's episode is a little bit more detail on what's going on.
Kudos to you guys for watching it. I'm
definitely intrigued by his latent power that keeps coming in and out with that like head crest, like that keeps.
Yeah, I want to know what that deal is.
Every once in a while.
The head crest that he got from the king.
Well, no, it's something different. Like originally, when you first see him, he has like this headband bandana that's covering his forehead.
Right.
But eventually, there's an episode where like he's in like a life-death situation, and he triggers, and like all of a sudden he can use magic left and right, and he's just smoking dudes. And instead of that headband, the headband's gone. He's got like this thin, like glowing, like light blue.
It's like crystals in his head. It looks like a dragon's head. If you made it with shapes on his forehead, I feel like that's what it kind of looks like.
Was that on episode 1?
Yeah, like at the end, didn't he use it?
No, it was episode 2 when he was playing the robot and they were trying to kill off the princess.
I feel like the way how you're describing it, I'm picturing it like, did I see in that format in a different anime? You know?
No, it was the episode 1 because he used it against the those fake heroes that came and like tried to steal everybody.
He did. Okay,
maybe.
Interesting.
Maybe I'm just jumbling facts.
Or maybe episode 2. It's either episode 1 or episode 2. It definitely happens very soon.
But it does sound familiar. That's what I'm trying to say. So, like I said, once the whole season is over, I'm gonna binge it. You know what I'm saying? The same way with Haiku, I'm gonna binge it part 2 because like the suspense for me.
I think I'm right there with you with that, Jay. By the way,
I can't do it weekly. I like if they leave me with
too much hype. Too much hype. Way too much hype. I don't think I can watch it either, man. I'm with you. I think I might watch that with you. Honestly, that'd be kind of cool.
Let's
could be hyped together.
Yes,
like and just lose our ish together. That'd be great.
Let's do that. Please do.
I'm about it. Cool. Yeah, we'll set that up.
Dave, no, don't pull from you because I know you know everything. he already read the manga. He already know the manga. So let's go back to the one of the original point from our start of this episode. It's the list from last week. You know, we got like a lot of good feedbacks, and one person is here, Mr. Scott, Senpai, who, you know, what's your question? What's your feedback? What you thought? Did we hit the mark? Did we miss something?
I think there were a couple, man, that I'm like a little questionable about.
Let's talk about it. Let's do that.
And some people that didn't make it on the list at all, which is
that's why I wanted to know first offhand, did we miss anybody? Because it might have actually been somebody that we wanted to talk about, but they got the axe.
So like just because she was part of the heroes tier list that you guys had, which I'd been talking to you guys a little bit about it on the side, man. You guys had Sailor Moon on here, but you don't got Queen Beryl, which was part of like the first like season of like Sailor Moon, which was fine, man. Also hashtag Sailor Moon OP. We'll get back to that some other life. There was that, man. There was another character I was just like, oh, they're not on the list. I'm really surprised they didn't make it, but I forgot who it was, man. Frieza being an A, I'm like, man, Frieza had to be an S, man. I understand he had redemption moments, but this man literally sent the Prince of Saiyans to another planet. It was like, yo, Bob's your uncle. Peace out to your clan. Done. And just went around and did that and was just like, whatever, man. It's life. Peace out. Everything's cool, man. And he just killed them. Like they were nothing. He just kept killing people too, man. Even though he got resurrected and he helped with Tournament of Power, what's he doing? What was his next big plan? Still want to rule the galaxy. Just didn't care. So, he's like, yo, the galaxy's saved because of me, so it's entitled that I obviously should be taking it over.
So here's a fun fact, all right? Just to recap, I have the grading system in front of me. So Frieza had 100 S score from us and he had 4 S score, 100 points from us, and 2 people gave him an A, and for some reason it averaged a 96.6, which is like
it's crazy.
It's an A plus.
Frieza was more of a victim of averages than us not giving him that.
Yeah, he's all the way up there.
So in that portion, like I agree with you. He definitely should. Technically, he should be in the S class, but by the grading system, it was just like it was like A. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like,
yeah, it happened like that, man. Okay, I understand that. Yeah. By the way, big ups to you, man. When I was like listening to it, the beginning of how you guys were going to be grading them, and you said you had like the whole point system set up, I was like, yo, that is mad fancy. I was like so blown away, dude. I was like, yo, how is he going to do this? I was like, I gotta ask him later. It was so cool, man.
Actually, I'll do you a good one. I'm going to send you the link while you keep throwing out points, so you can check it out once we're all said and done.
Oh yeah, that's fine. There was like a couple, like just like a couple again. I just had like questions about like the demon from like Black Clover. He could have just been way further down the list. I would have, if average wise, man, if he had gotten stuck in C, I would have been fine with that. The fact that he made it to A was a little questionable because I understand he had like the elves like turn against the humans and all that stuff. He set up that whole plus. Yes. Yeah, man. But like as far as the problem with that is that the anime is still ongoing and there's such a bigger like widespread world after that. I felt like it was
another
just
spoiler. There's more than one demon. That's the beautiful thing.
Well, no, if you're watching the anime right now, you'd still know that there's more than one demon now, indefinite. So it's not a big spoiler.
No, on the manga. Well, if you were reading the manga ahead of time, you learn like the ace side of the region. You know, that's demon.
Yeah, that's like, demon country. That's back country over there. Avenged Sevenfold's over there hanging out.
So for what they presented, I think it was fair to give him an A in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But you say he should be C. I cannot.
Yeah, just because like he had like a small portion after all that was set up, man, and he just died so quickly afterwards that it was almost like, man, it just wasn't worth it. Honestly, he could have been put it down this. There was the other thing. Who was it? Oh, I had said about Nakugo. I had already said that in like the group chat. I want to let you know that man was a victim of circumstance. He had the same situation that happened with Griffith when he was a boy. He was like part of a royal family, and he got sold off and like to a nobleman, and that nobleman just raped him consistently and strong. He just like, through perseverance decided to become strong, just like Griffith, and had the same thought of, I'm going to get into a seat of power to where I can just change everything. And he like ends up controlling the priestess of Seiryu to like pretty much do whatever he wants at the end.
Vicious from Cowboy Bebop?
No, it's from Fushigi, man.
Oh, no.
It was serious, man. Like, Dave was the only one who had input on it. I was just like, man, I've been telling Josh you should check it out for like the longest time ever.
Do you think that he wasn't as evil and he should have been lower than C? Or
I mean, I do think he was a victim of circumstance. I would have definitely put him in like a B, maybe a high B, definitely not an A, but like C. He was definitely better than C. He was also super strong, man. He literally whipped one of his other like fellow Seiryu teammates, man, into submission so that like he would be like, listen, if you don't go and do what I say, you're gonna die. Yeah, well, and like that person was like feralish.
One of his teammates literally uses like a sex toy, a sex slave. Like
Soifon, I think her name was. Man.
Okay, I mean the anime got my attention. But
dude, it's like it's like one of the original isekai type situations. Like these girls go to another world, and it's like isekai is big now, man.
No, but you think he should be ranked higher, so he's more evil. But you said that he was a victim of his circumstances.
Mm-hmm. So so was Griffith, though. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Griffith was 100% a victim of circumstances, and he followed through at the end though because he knew what he wanted. Same thing with Nakugo. They're both blonde. Well, they're both.
Oh God.
He's blonde. He's got white hair. It's the same thing, man. The dad from Neon Genesis Evangelion, I didn't even think he was the villain, honestly, man. He was just there. I think if anything, the villain was like the final angel who kind of like played them along at the end. I feel he was the villain, if anything. He should have been mentioned in Bad Dads, which I think he might have been. We might have put him on the list of terrible dads, but
maybe.
Same thing with Kira and Lelouch, man. I don't know if they're like villains, man. Those guys were super anti-heroes in my eyes, man. I would have followed Kira to hell. Shoot, man, he was doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think with those two, they were more on the list kind of as just because that was a controversy and it'd be like a talking point. They were like talking points more as saying like, oh yeah, they're definitely villains. It was like, let's put these guys on because they're interesting and let's spark a debate and see what people have to say about them.
Which we did our best, but I feel like
S tier is definitely S tier. I'll say that much, man. All these guys are like, they were all well deserved S tier people, man.
One of them is a JoJo character, and I'm surprised you're saying.
I know, man. Dio's still like you got like I've never even finished past Stardust Crusade, man. But like he's literally in every iteration of JoJo's. He's just always there. Like you don't become a villain to not just be everywhere.
Except for Diamond is a breakable. I mean, he is mentioned, but not like.
He's still a nuisance though to the Joestar family, though, isn't he, man? He's just such a reoccurring problem for them. So I don't know, man. I mean, that's like I think Lou was just saying he's like the STI of like the children. He's just like the gift that keeps giving, dude. I like was dying when he said that, and I was like, man, this is good stuff, man.
Lou is a wild one, man. That's all
man. What was the other? Who's a couple other? Oh man, you guys put what's his face on it for Fist of the North Star? Shen. I know Rao though, man. Where was Rao at? He went out like a G, and he was like there the whole reason from the beginning, man. Rao was like Kenshiro's brother. He was one of his, two brothers that he had for the Hokuto no Shin style, and he was like the last fight that he had midway through the season was the most important one. He literally fought like everybody else and was like the driving force after Shen anyway.
I think my score impacted it because I gave him a 60.
Did you watch this?
No, he was just asking like why Raul was there as a
Raul wasn't on there yet because like Shin took Kenshiro's girl, but like at the end Kenshiro's girl got taken again by Raul. It was just like, listen, you're coming with me because I want to fight Kenshiro and he's gonna come for you. I was like, what?
I didn't know she was like a passing plate, man. I forget that.
Yeah, but Shin was definitely when you guys were talking about it, I was like, man, Shin, he's definitely missed to steal your girl. Like he came out of nowhere, just like pop, 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 your girl's mine. It was crazy. Mother was a good choice.
But I think Shin was more like dastardly and conniving. Raul was just more like respectable, powerful, down to business. Like he was about power and being the successor.
He was strong,
like he was still a respectful guy. Like Kenshiro still like respected him. Like that was his brother. Like Shin, I just feel like he was just a piece of crap.
Revenge, man. That was the whole point of that, is that like the reason why Shen was able to beat Kenshiro the first time was because he had, the driving force of not revenge, but like, being jealous behind him. And the reason why Kenshiro ended up becoming stronger to beat Shen was because of revenge, which was kind of a really cool twist to the plot. It was very, very nice. Who else was on here? Yeah. Oh, Megatron, man. I wish you guys had Starscream instead. I think it might have been Dave who said, yeah, Starscream would have been better if anything. I'm like, yeah, man, that man's a real Decepticon. He's the reason why that symbol exists, because he's all about like, and I know, Jay, you said this the last 2 episodes, you love a good backstabbing, man. Starscream is your boy. Let me tell you.
I remember
the amount of times he's trying to kill Megatron. Oh, sorry. The amount of times he's tried to kill Megatron is like, not even funny. Like even Optimus Prime hasn't tried to kill Megatron as many times as Starscream has. I remember, and that's his second in command, dude.
And I remember something about with the Minicon too. Like he was like, I have to be better than Megatron. I gotta try to stop Megatron. But yet he never jumps. I think he also jumped ship too. He became like an Autobot and then went back becoming a Decepticon. So yeah, damn, Starscream. I'm taking notes right now of like people who we've missed.
Is the real deal, man. It's nuts, dude. It's crazy too. Like even in like the comics, like the IDW stuff, like at some point in time, Megatron's not a bad guy anymore. He's like part of the Autobots resistance group, and like Galvatron's like his own separate person. But Starscream's still with the Decepticons. Like he's like bad boy, through and through. He's like, yo, I'm gonna be the leader of these guys. It's nuts.
All right, shout out. Now let's focus a little bit more of like, who do you think we missed out? Because
who did we miss out, man? I know I said Queen Beryl, man. Yes, there was like someone else I had, man, in my freaking brain, and I was just like, wow, we didn't even mention this person, man. And it was so hard to remember them.
So I know.
I'm so sorry.
I know we wanted to have Akito from Fruits Basket, but nobody except me and Jay knew him. Her.
I love you guys. I'm pointing to both of you guys on my screen.
Her, I should say, if you read the manga.
Yep.
Well, spoilers. That's a spoiler. And I love the way that last episode ended, by the way. Thank you, baby Jesus, man. That was what we wanted. Okay. Yeah, man. The anime, dude. I'm still watching the anime. Like, even though I know I'm always watching, I kept going, man.
I stopped after 14. I know the season ended. How did it end?
But I'm so proud of you, man, that you read that manga. I really am, man. When you said you finished it, I was like,
oh, I hit you up.
My man. I know. I was like, my man, yo. I appreciate you.
So how did it end it on the season real quick?
You find out Korono tells Toru that Akito's a girl. That's how they ended it out, man. Like, so she knows now that Akito is a girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But there's so much more. There's so much more. Oh.
I remember who it was now, man. Yo, because you have Lucifer and the Ant King. If I can't say his name properly. Yo, no Hisoka, man. Where was Hisoka here? Yo, I'm gonna put that man in the S tier all day.
Who from Hunter x Hunter?
We had him more as because me, JL, and Jay were talking about in the group chat. We had him more as like a weirdo like anti-hero as like an actual like diabolical like
he was more of a
villain.
He was like well, from My Hero Academia, what's his name again? I want to say Stash or Slash.
Stain. Yeah, he was an anti-hero. Yeah, but this is guys from like Hunter x Hunter, man. Hunter x Hunter's guys. So Hisoka's the clown dude, man.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Literally keeps following around Gon. Like he's a. It was not to just throw this out there. He is definitely a pedophile. I'm just saying, this is me.
Understandable.
He's a weird guy. He's a terrible person.
But he never pulled like a take over the world type of shit. He didn't start no like war with.
He didn't wipe out Kurapika's clan just for their eyes.
He joined the Spider just so he could fight Lucifer. You know what I'm saying?
Like he killed a lot of people. Like just because.
But that's part of the universe, though.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying in the grand scheme of things. I just felt like we could have replaced Lucifer with him, because Lucifer you only get to see for like a little while with the Spider Troops. You only get to see very little of him versus Hisoka.
But I think it just.
But he was going to be on. He was going to be on there, but he was on the chopping block to.
Fair enough, man. What else did you guys chop, man?
What's his face? Maxima from Psychopaths, but nobody else knew about Psychopaths.
Wow, really?
Like, man, he is like, I think he is easily A-tier villain.
You also had Vegeta. Terrible. I took out Vegeta automatically.
He's a good guy now. We can't count that. He's a bad guy for one season.
I took him out. We took Akito. From the New World, the Grimm, the naked mole rat. That dude, we never put him in the list, because I think only me and Dave watched that anime, and that dude was diabolical. Like, yo.
And then Johan from Monster.
Yep.
Nobody else knows of Monster, but Johan is
that's seriously
screwed up. Like
he's a serial killer. He's a serial killer, man.
Orochimaru was on the list, but again, Orochimaru.
He's a good guy now. Like he was a bad guy for one season.
He was not really a bad guy. He was just only looking for like a truth to evolve. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was trying to master the second Hokage revival jutsu and make it and perfect it. That was his whole mission in life. And after that, he became a father / mother, and so on.
Jay, I'm surprised you didn't add this, man. But I know you probably just forgot about it, but you would have if you had remembered, man. You remember Odin from Kenichi, man? Kenichi's best friend, Odin, man. He was a pretty serious guy, man. He would have been low on the tier list, but he was still cool to watch.
From the Disciple?
History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi. Odin was pretty dope. He was a cool character.
No, his master was way worse. And then
his master was a fucking terrible. And then
the Grandmaster, I think it's his son-in-law. He's the worst. Like, but not everybody's seen that anime or read the manga.
Tsukasa from Dr. Stone. That guy's kind of a POS.
But we were debating that one too. It's kind of like
he got chopped. Did he get chopped? I take it.
He never made the list. He was mentioned, but never made the list, because he's also in the anti-hero, because his purpose was more about like bringing mankind.
Is it really bad? Yeah, I feel that. You guys were talking about that, whether or not like something lined up. Well, are they really a bad person, man?
Exactly.
Because it's all up to like your perspective, and it really is, man. That's why like JL was saying, man, when you watch like the Transformers, the one that was on Netflix recently, man, when you're like watching in the beginning, it's like, is Megatron really a bad guy? Because Optimus Prime kind of seems just as bad, really. Like it's really just up to interpretation on how you want to see it. And like even until the end, man, they're just practically fighting each other just to prove their own points. And it's like, it's not for anybody's greater good here, man. It's almost like they just have a vendetta against each other. It's pretty wild.
Like I could do this better than you type of shit. All right, fair.
Yeah, it's super crazy, man, dude. Who else was really good?
So from the New World, I know we forgot him. Like the first Disciple. I mean, there's a lot of great villains to pick from. I'm surprised we mentioned nobody from Fairy Tail, because nobody watched Fairy Tail. I'm surprised.
There's too many villains to like nail down one. If you say like Zareth, because like that's like their whole point. Like he really wasn't in any of that until like the very end.
Yeah.
So it's not worth mentioning him. That was too all over the place.
There's also what's his name? Sword Art Online. because the professor who invented the game, he was pretty badass until they fucked the whole thing up, slip up, but whatever. Yeah, dude. I mean, we really did our best.
I feel like, wow, man, like villains were just not as memorable, I guess, as like heroes, which is kind of nuts. Is that terrible?
No.
Well, I think it's because usually, like, especially with long-running animes, like, usually it's just one villain that overarches, like, throughout, like, the whole series. So there aren't as many villains as there are, like, good characters. Like, it's usually all these guys going against this one guy that's just, like, sitting on top of, like, a bunch of minions, and then, like, there'll be a bunch of mini, smaller battles building up to the ultimate confrontation against the big boss. So there just aren't as many, head guys as opposed to good guys. That's just how it works out.
Yeah, even if you go online to like Ranker, man, they have like almost, if you look at villains, man, there's not really, it's a lot of repeats. Like that's the other thing that's like tough to like kind of like run on, is that like there's always doubles of like the same enemy, because it always happens to be like a villain with a side villain that's like equally as, important as the main one, which is like, we need something like a little, this guy needs to be like a subordinate to like this person, not like they're equal. You need to give us a little more to like work with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I mean, hey, I appreciate you sharing and taking thought, and I know between us, unless if you have another person to, I know between us, I know you mentioned like you're going to do something special too on your twitch.tv /
Thanks for that plug, man. I appreciate it.
No, I didn't say the whole thing yet. Is it PKER Scott? Yeah. Scott. Yeah. So I think it should be posted hopefully within a week. If you're not following on twitch.tv, please do. So that way, you can hear more in depth of his tier list. Who did we forgot by any chance, Scott?
Oh, I was just looking at this, man. Boros from One Punch Man. That would have been kind of cool.
Ooh.
I feel like you probably chopped him, honestly. I feel like you guys could have not have talked about him, honestly.
About that dude.
Did you really? That's kind of a surprise, man. I feel like you probably might have cut him because, again, he was only there.
I mean, I also forgot about...
I was going to say, I think that's kind of a thing. Like, I mean, it's such a short series. Like, there's not really much out there on him. So that kind of would...
Also, I forgot the leader about of the Claw, too. You know what I'm saying? He was pretty malicious in a sense. You know what I'm saying? The organization of Psyche trying to take over the world. And he's tried to do it with Japan, but, Mob was there to stop him. So, damn, we
good shit on Mob, by the way, man. Boys match strong. So strong. Dude, season 2 was really good, man. Like, you kept telling us how good season 2 was, man, and I just did not get to it for a long time. As soon as I started, man, I just binged it. It was so good.
I mean, like,
it took me like 2 days to
Mob Psycho
watch
does have my personal top fight of all time. Nothing could stop season 2, chapter 10.
Hell no. It was very aesthetically pleasing to watch. It was well done. I'm not even gonna say other than that. It was very good.
Leave it like that. Well, guys, this is it. We made it to the 1 hour mark. Those who are listening with us, we thank you, man. Please let us know in the comment below what you thought. Did we spoil anything for y'all?
100%.
Do you agree with Senpai? Do you agree with Senpai on like the people we miss and his his opinion on our tier list? Are you gonna check out some of David's new recommendation on the town list, Nana, and I have what was the other one again? I'm so sorry.
When the Cicadas Cry.
That guy.
Or when they cry. It's
when they cry.
It's when they cry.
Yeah, when they cry.
You watch both of them on Funimation. That's what I saw.
Boom,
that. If you have Funimation, kind of get on it.
Let us know below. Give us your feedback. Like I said, you can find us on all social media platform. All you gotta do is just search for it and you'll find us, as well as our audio contents are posted on Sundays around 1 p.m. Eastern time. But if you really enjoy more of the visual stuff, seeing our faces, adding the voice to the face, then Tuesday around 10 a.m. Is when you're gonna see this content. And honestly, guy, we are just only 4 episodes away for our season finale, and I'm gladly to announce that we are doing the Shinobi Award Show once again. I'm not sure how lengthy it's going to be, but we are going to try to start doing the nominations as soon as possible. So what the idea is that we're going to post on Facebook on who should be, protagonist of the year, antagonist, best woman role of the year, and I guess the fourth category should be like best fighting scene. You know what I'm saying? Or actually there's 5. Top 5 anime of the year for 2020 for the new ones, not the continuous one, but the new ones. And there's not that many, so please, guys, partake, have fun. And hopefully you guys can have fun with us. You guys have any final words for us before I read the quote of the night?
Oh, you have the quote of the night. Okay.
I have a quick shout out for a few more animes.
Yes.
I'll talk about them some other time, but go check out Golden Kamuy, Moriarty the Patriot, and Akudama Drive. Check those out. I'll talk them up some other time, but they are well worth the watch.
And if you can you also share it on our Facebook page so that way people could...
That will not be a problem. I can do that.
Yeah,
I was just telling Dave about this the other day. It's not anime to watch, but it's a manga to read, man. I just started reading it. It's freaking hilarious. And it is The Way of the House Husband. Literally, the synopsis is a Yakuza guy stops being with the Yakuza and becomes a stay-at-home husband. It is absolutely hilarious, and I look forward to more of it. Netflix is making an anime of it, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
I absolutely have to watch this. It looks hilarious.
Yeah, like the dude had like a plate in his hand, and he was like serving someone, and it was something about being a husband. Okay, that's
dude, and he's like, that's the thing. He's like amazing at being a husband. Absolutely amazing, man. And it's like the craziest thing, dude. Like it's nuts. Like
we got
he's
the
like
waifus, and then we have the husbandos.
Yeah,
this is a 100% husbando, dude. Like he has his nickname is like the Immortal Tatsu.
Ooh.
And it's because he went into a rival game's territory and beat the ever living life out of all of them with a metal pipe and survived. That's how he got his nickname. And then he's just like, yeah, I'm a stay-at-home husband now.
So it has the GTO type of vibe. But only
actually, yeah, man, yeah, you're on point tonight, man. That's yeah, exactly.
It's sold. Once you told me he beat up a full gang member, the first person who came to mind is GTO because I really enjoy that anime.
Onizuka, man, he's the man too. He's the man, dude. Wait till the anime comes out, man. It's gonna be coming out, I think, the beginning of next year.
Okay,
so it's not too long away. Netflix is gonna put it out. Let's see how good it does, man.
I guess I can't really skip this, but as you guys may know, I have seen the anime series called Given, and they are coming out with a movie that's going to fill in some holes that we were questioning on certain characters' relationship, which I'm kind of curious to know. So it's coming out 2021, Given the movie, and I'm really excited for it. And those who don't know what Given is about music. You know what I'm saying? A lost voice was found in the staircase by this excellent guitar player. One thing lead to another. Next thing you know, they're in a band, but the band becomes more profound and more in depth, and it's great drama for those who like those type of things. So there you go.
Shout out to Demon Slayer, making mad money, by the way. Killing it in the box office. Shout out to Demon Slayer real quick.
How can we not mention that?
It beat Frozen 2. It beat Frozen 2. Let's go, baby.
In Japan.
An anime. Yep, let's go. In one country. That movie came out around the world. One country beat Frozen. Let's go.
It's that serious, guys. Yo,
that's serious.
Imagine, I can't wait until it goes to the post office, man. Worldwide, it's going to kill numbers. And we should
have the Avengers style, man. This might make Avengers money. We're not careful. I'm just saying, guys. That's big words to say. It's big words to say, but we can make it up there, bro. We can make it up there.
Okay. Yeah, the otaku, man. We got to stand up and we got to represent this because, this is serious. This is serious. But we cannot forget to mention that too. Congratulations to Demon Slayer and the movie for doing a great job on the opening season and continuous. Can't wait until I could reach you on the dark web. I'm not telling you where, but in the dark web. All right.
That's all I gotta say, baby. Let's go.
All right. So, of course, shout out to Rat Castle for the intro and outro. You're about to listen in a few seconds, but the quote of the night, I got it from the Rock Climbing anime, and my girl Jun-chan said this: if you have anything to apologize for, it's your failure to believe in yourself. That's powerful.
That's heavy, man.
And the girl is
like
14, 15 years old, and she spit those words out like
that's
nothing.
heavy.
Yo, Shinobi Unfolding, guys. Thank you for checking us out. Peace.
Later. Yo!